Good evening, gentlemen. Coming to this is the ionization function. Wet conditions or in the humidity is more. Definitely, the ionizers will be helpful. Though the static charges, electric charges will be leaks, definitely the electric conductor will be safe enough to take care of the ionizers. Same in the ionizer also, it will have same principles. So how to prevent the static electricity discharges? What are the methods are there? To prevent the static electricity discharge, that is ESD, you can use the grounding techniques. Use the grounding techniques by connecting the objectives to the earth. Wear anti-static clothing, footwear, utilizes the anti-static materials, increase humidity in the environment, and use specialized electrostatic discharge mats and wrist straps. Will be going to see in the coming slides also. When handling sensitive electronics, essentially the goal is to dissipate, that means releases the static charges by providing the path to ground or using materials that don't easily generate static electricity. See, here is the prevention method means where the electric discharge is leaks, in order to entering into the body or equipment or any objective, we have to use the anti-static PPE or anti-static material so that it doesn't leaks to the body, it will report back to the again and go to the earth. That's why earthing is bonding is important, and also the PPE how is to be wearied by the employees also very important. Use the grounding techniques, that means earthing techniques, by connecting the objectives to the earth, nose, where the anti-static clothing, apart from the body, electricity bodies to be earthed or bonding, apart from the earthing of the equipment, the employee can take the PPE methods like wear anti-static clothing or the anti-static footwear, utilize anti-static materials, increase the humidity in the environment, and use the specialized electrostatic research. In coming slides also will be discussing and showing the figures also, sir. And wrist straps when handling sensitive electronics. Essentially, the goal is what your aim objective is to dissipate, that means release of static charges by providing a path to ground. That means where the electric static energy will be releases, there is some charges is there, positive and negative charges. We are giving to the path to reach the neutral way, not to the objective, not to the equipment, not to the employee. That is the reason the goal is to dissipate static charges by providing a path to the ground and using materials, therefore, that don't easily generate static electricity. In your body, the static electricity will be taken care of. That's why they are called anti-static materials, and before reaching to the ground, it will be protect you also. And the key methods is one is grounding, anti-static clothing or footwear, anti-static wrist straps, anti-static mats, humidity control, where water vapor in the air in the winters as well rainy seasons are more, where the discharge of electricity discharge is more. That time, the humidifiers, as I told just now, the humidifiers, ionizing separators will be helpful to maintain the good atmosphere in the environment itself. Therefore, these electrostatic charges will not be reached to your body. That means in the surroundings, humidity control will be there to reach the uh, environment, clean environment is there. Therefore, static electricity will not reach to the body. That means we have to maintain some water vapor in the air in the work spot. Anti-static sprays and treatments. Conductive materials, that means wires and other what is called conductive materials to prevent the accumulation of the charges. Bonding is also important. These are the some key methods to prevent the static electricity. One is the grounding, properly ground equipment and workstations to dissipate
Sir,
electric charges. Yes, please. Chandra, tell me, sir.
I, yeah, I have one query, sir. For example, this one process we are having, sir, we are transferring that material, for example, solvent from one drum to the
Yes, sir.
vessel, manufacturing
Yes, sir.
vessel.
Yes, sir.
Just for example, IPA we are transferring from one drum to the this vessel. Then how
Exactly,
and
sir.
where we should do this grounding and bonding? Where in which process and which equipment should be connected, sir?
Definitely, sir. Will coming slides also what your doubt is 100% right, sir. Very valid point also. That's why the earthing and bonding are two simultaneously connected with that flammable liquids are there or hazardous materials are there. It will be coming slides will be figure it. There is a figure is there. Explanation will be given to your query, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Coming slides will
Okay.
very valid questions you are asking, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Fine, fine. Okay, sir.
Coming to this grounding, already knows about we have to see that where the electricity will, static electricity is there, the earth will be taken care of. It leaks the electricity within the sand itself if the equipment is properly ground. Anti-static clothing or footwear, wear clothing or shoes made with conductive materials to reduce the static buildup. The static electricity charges leaks is there. Your clothing will be taken care of and the footwear is also taken care of. Will be coming slides. They shown the figures also. The anti-static wrist straps also there. We are binding to the body. Therefore, the wrist straps will be sensitive to the electrons, where the electrostatics will not leak and it will be taken care of the straps itself. When the handling sensitive electrons, wear a wrist strap connected to the ground and surface to prevent a personal static discharge. That is also will be shown in the coming slides, please. Anti-static mats also there, where the electric charges in we can the distributed control system or electric panels are there, where the wet conditions are there in the atmosphere. You have to use the anti-static materials where people are working with employees working on the floor. The mats will be taken care of to what is the static leaks. The mats will be taken care of and get it neutralized. Use specialized mats on work surfaces that are designed to dissipate static charges. And the humidity control also, as I told, the humidifier, increase the humidity is there. That means low humidity is there. We have to increase the humidity by giving some the what we call ionizers. Therefore, the humidity levels and ionizers will also be increased to make that the static allergy will be taken care of. Anti-static sprays and treatments also there. Some ointments is also there. That is also will be discussed. Apply anti-static sprays and surfaces are prone to static buildup. Where, for example, for any static electricity leaks and your body is exposed to some part of the body. At that time, you apply the anti-static spray, like the spray or what is called the pain sprays and all these things. He mentioned that anti-static sprays also, it will be treatment, immediate what is called relief will be there. It is only first aid methods only. Where the conductive materials also choose the material that readily conduct electricity to prevent static element. See, if you see the insulator is there, if you collect the conductive material as the insulator, what do they use? Static electricity. Suppose if releases, the insulator will not accept the static electricity charges leaks. The insulator will be reflect and back to the employee will be. That's why choose the conductive materials readily conduct electricity to prevent the static of accumulation. That means the conductive metal which the taken care of the static electricity. Therefore, the choosing of the conductive material for that electronics is also very important role. Bonding is also important. Apart from the earthing or grounding, the bonding is also important. They connect different objective together to equalize their electric potential to prevent static electric to prevent static transfer, because the having the flammable liquid, having your what is called the transfer of oil from one place to another place. As I said earlier, there is a transfer of electrons. There is sparks may be uh, occurred. There is imbalance of the electrons will be there. Charge will be leak. To imbalance to become a balance, you have to make connecting to the bonding to that what is called the flammable liquid, that will be neutralize the release of the electron. That will be explained in the coming slides also. Important considerations will be taken care of while considering all these things. Sensitivity equipment, workplace environment, regular maintenance. These are depends upon the things to be taken care of, depending upon the how sensitive is there, the equipment can accept or not the electrostatic discharges. And also the workplace environment is also important, where the more atmosphere, more the humidity is there, or what is called the high moisture is there, or we can say the more radiations are there, the electrostatic structures will be taken care of. The workplace environment also will help to choose that which is the best PPE can be used for that. And the regular maintenance is already known that we cannot repeat that. These three things are very important. One is sensitive to the equipment, how sensitive it is. As per the user manual, we have to see that electrostatic discharge protection will be required to depends upon the sensitive of the electronic equipment that you are handling. Workplace environment also important. How the static not all the risks are only anti-static risk straps may not work. Only the mats is work. Our mat will work, not work. And the strips is the individual work, individual employees. Where the mat is, where the anti-static matrix is, employees, a group of employees working together. Like this, these are the things to be taken care of when considering the electric equipment, while considering the electrostatic taking place. And regular maintenance also be taken care of, and not to electrostatic discharge protective equipment will always be scheduled to be taken care of. Effective cleanliness will be there. It becomes a, we see that it should be conductive. It water the electrostatic discharges will be there. It attracts immediately that conductive material. The conductive material is not good enough to attract the charges leaks. Therefore, it becomes an insulator. It releases to some other way, and it sees the path to the employees also. That's why we have to see that these are the consideration. And coming to this anti-static footwear, these are the shoes. We have to see that anti-static materials, we can say. Anti-static footwear has an electrical resistance between zero point 0.1 mega ohm to 1000 mega ohm. These safety shoes will not allow a build-up static energy in our body. Therefore, avoid sparks that could ignite a fire or explosion. Anti-static shoes are ideal in environments where solvents or fuels are used. These are the anti-static shoes. The environment used in this where solvents and fuels are used, the ignite will not be taken care of. What is the anti-static clothing also? The static is also clothing is also very important. And this, when is electric charges discharge is there, this the cloth itself is taken care of. It neutralizes the discharge from the electric charge. Therefore, anti-static clothing is designed to reduce the damage caused by static generation on the surface of the cloths. On the surface of the cloth, it neutralizes the charges, positive and negative charge, before it reaches the ground. It is typically used in industry, see, where electrostatic discharge can pose a hazard, such as electronics manufacturing or clean room environments also will be used this clothing application. And coming to the anti-static wristwatch, wrist strap works. These are the straps you are connected to your body. Definitely, it will be worthwhile. The anti-static wrist strap is worn by the computer operator working on an item of electronics and provides a high resistance path to ground. This is an in turn prevent the static electricity to build up, which could harm to the electronic circuit. If you wear this, definitely nearby working the electronic equipment is there. Not only safety to you, but also it's safety to the equipment also. It will work, any electrostatic discharge will be there. And coming to the mats, the static electricity mats is there. What is a anti-static mat and what is not? Anti-static mats help to protect the static sensitive components from the electrostatic discharge. They are engineered to drain static discharge from the items placed on the surface. These are the items placed in static electricity is there to taken care of the mat. A secondary benefit of ESD, that means electrostatic discharges mats, is that they serve to protect the surface of the ESD sensitive to the devices from wear and tear. It will not the becomes what is called the equipment wear and tear. The mats will be taken care of. Humidity control also. I told the humidity control where the in the winter season or rainy season where the humidity is more, where the charges will be leak up the from the electrical conductivity materials and all. At that time you have to maintain some humidity levels in the work environment. That's why the consideration will be taken care of. The workplace environment is also very important. That time you cannot control the atmospheric humidity. Therefore, the humidity can be controlled by the humidity controller process there. Therefore, it will be relative humidity will be controlled in that atmosphere, in that room itself. That will be helpful for the not to the charges, electrostatic charges will be leaks in it. That means humidity control is there. You can see suitable control is there, not to be water vapor is more, and charges will not be leaks much on this. Even though leaks, it goes to the earth. What is an anti-static spray? These are the anti-static sprays there. One of the, as I already told, the first aid ointment is there. Here the static electricity will be exposed by the body's immediate first aid steps is to be taken care of. Anti-static spray can help eliminate static electricity on clothing. Once they sprayed, it prevents the clinging particle. Definitely, it will be steer taken off. These are the one of the first aid methods. So not always we can only spray on your the clothing itself. It will be taken care of. And coming to the anti-static spray, what is an anti-treatment is also there. Oh, the one of the gentlemen, Chandra Garu, is asking about the grounding and bonding is important here, sir. The bonding here is, for example, if you take the bonding and grounding are effective method for managing and the reducing the static electricity, thus minimizing the possibility of the electrostatic sparks or ignition. The difference between the two is that bonding connects two objects together while grounding connects object with the earth. But you see, this is the grounding. One is the drum containing the class 1 flammable liquid. This is the object. This is the earth. The grounding means object to the earth. Where is the bonding means object to and the bonding is there. That is listed safety can is there. it will helps. Suppose your conducting material is there, the conductive materials in this, where the electrostatic discharge will not be taken care by this. Therefore, the imbalance of the electrons in the earth will be there. The charges will be leaked in the flammable liquids. At that time, the bonding will help to neutralize the charges, or imbalance becomes a balance. It will be taken care of. That is the difference between the grounding and taking. Because sometimes by using always the earthing is not checked by all people. Earthing is always there. The presumption is there, but the conductive material is not good. There is imbalance of electrons there. The electrostatic charge is releases because of imbalance in the electrical conductivity. Balance to be taken care of. So it will not taken care by the balance itself, because of imbalance is happened. So immediately bonding will be taken care of. It will balance the neutralization, balance the positive charges and negative charges. Therefore, the flame or any spark will not be released in the flammable liquids. In clear, you can say the bonding and grounding are effective methods for what? For managing and reducing the static electricity, thereby minimizing the possibility of the electrostatic sparks or ignition. The ignition will be taken of care because of the imbalance of this thing. Therefore, it will become a balance by bonding materials. In clear explanation, if you want, the bonding connects two or more pieces of the conductive equipment together using wires. This is the together using wires. This is also flammable liquid. This is also a safety plan can is there. It will take care of the two bodies. This is the earthing, ground earth. Therefore, the two or more pieces conductive equipment together using wires, cables, or other connectors in order to equalize the static charges, because the earthing is taken care of to equalize their static charges. But sometimes the earthing may not at the time of the non-flammable, okay, nothing to worry, it will be taken care of. But the flammable liquids is there, where the imbalance of the electrons is there, or the static electricity will leaks, where the imbalance will be taken place. Therefore, the bonding is not there. Definitely, it will become an explosion. At that time, the sparks cannot occur between the object two that are at the same electrostatic potential. That means what is the imbalance is there. That means 80% and 100%. This becomes the bonding becomes make it 100%, because there is some 20% imbalance is there from the body to the grounding. That 20% will be taken care by the this bonding material. What is the bonding materials also? We'll discuss in the coming slides also. What the Chandra gentleman is telling 100% right, where the flammable liquids are there, both the bonding and the grounding is very, very important to connect. That's why the containers need to be connected even if they are touching, because the paint or other coatings may reduce the conductivity, because here the painting is there, the drum or what is called the nearby equipments are there. The painting cannot give a much guarantee to attract the static charges. Simply touching another object does not guarantee an effective connection of static charges together, because I cannot give guarantee that because of the paint is there, it will take care of. Insulation is there, it will take care of. Earthing is there, it will take. Sometimes the static charges imbalance cannot be visible. Only the charges are imbalance is there. That's why the in order to leak and the explosion will be taken care of in the flammable liquids, the bonding is important. That's why the grounding is important, as well as the grounding or earthing, as well as bonding is also important to the where the flammable liquids are there. For example, if you see the Good connections are very important. Potential hazardous permeable like gaskets and all these things. And coming to this conductive materials, the conductive materials are materials that allow flow of electricity through them. Conductive materials that allow the flow of electrons through them. They have high number of free electrons that move easily between the particles. For example, insulator will not be taken care of your static electricity. I'm sorry. It will releases your static electricity towards you. It reflects to you. Examples of conductive materials here is silver, copper, gold, aluminum, zinc, nickel, brass, bronze. These are the examples of the conductive materials. Very important. The most conductive metal which only valence electrons, that means outermost electrons in the orbit that can move freely. That means in the silver, the outermost electrons will be free to move in the outermost orbit only. Therefore, any static electricity is there, it will be neutralized the valence electrons which is uh, rounding nearby outer orbits. The copper is also same. An inexpensive or versatile material that can be used in wires and cables. Very nice. The gold, highly conductive material that resistance to corrosion and wear. Definitely the corrosion will be less. Definitely the electric charge will be will not be taken. It will be reflected immediately or it will be accept this. Therefore, the gold cannot be rusted. Therefore, the gold can also accommodate aluminum and zinc, nickel, brass, and the bronze is also very important. Bronze means an electrically conductive alloy. The brass an alloy of copper, zinc is combined make jewelry. Alloy means the combination of the two metals. Nickel is silvery white, hard, malleable, and the metal that is good conductor of heat, but it's not a good conductor of the what is called the good conductor of heat. And we have to see that it should be accepted the static electricity leaks. The conductive materials are following the characteristics. They have high number of free electrons because the outermost orbits free electrons is there. Immediately in the orbits, outermost electrons are more to attract the positive charges immediately for the charged body. It gets neutralized. Therefore, these having the electrons free of electrons in the outermost orbit, any conducted objectives or the electrical conductivity objective near to this, these materials will become neutralized in the charged body. This is the capacity of these are the example of conductive materials. It neutralizes the static electricity charges. Therefore, it will be very helpful for neutralize the electrostatic electrostatic charges. They are malleable. One is soft, flexible, plastic, ductile. Ductile means very loose structure is there. They can withstand extreme conditions like high temperatures in summer. They have an atomic structure that allows electricity flow easily. That means atomic structure is outermost electrons are freely revolve around the nucleus to attract the outside body of the protons and attracts the attracted by the electrons of the metal. Therefore, it get neutralized. The bonding materials are important. What is a bond material? The bonding material is the material that sources is the bonding material. You can say the bonding material is the material secures the abrasive grain relative to each other in order to form the shapes and structure, integrity, and abrasive too much and grinding wheel and the bonded abrasive signet. That means there is any friction is there, it should not be happened any feeling of releasing of the heat or releasing of the electricity. It will be balancing the due to the improper healthing or balancing while transferring of electron, while the transferring of the fluid from one place to another place, the bonding will be taken care of to balance the imbalance. To balance the imbalance occurs. If the imbalance occurs, it will become, try to make it become balanced. That's why the electrostatic charges can be taken care of. Examples is metals, plastics, composites, wood, glass, paper, leather, ceramics are bonded commonly. These are the using the bonding materials where the imbalance is there, that extra electrons where the earthing cannot be taken care of. This wood will be taken care of to balance the things, because the in these objectives having the electrons are free to move in the outermost orbit. They're seeing the positive charge where it is more, it will attract immediately. Therefore, the bonding materials should be balance the neutralization. Or if any imbalance is there, it becomes a neutralization. Coming to this earthing and bonding recommended, earthing resistance for control, safety is important. What is earthing? You know that purpose of earthing is also knowing, and the components of the earthing system also known. Earth electrodes, earth conductor, and man earthing elements, the terminal, and what is the bonding. Apart from the, before going to the earthing, we will discussing about the bonding itself because time limit is there. Unlike earthing, which focus on directing the fault currents into the ground. See, for example, unlike earthing, which focuses on directing fault currents into the ground, bonding is concerned with connecting conductive parts to ensure they are at the same electrical potential. That means if you see that where is the imbalance in the object and the bonding material, or the objective and the imbalance is there, the bonding material can be taken care of the balancing the materials. Therefore, the electrostatic charges will become a neutral. Therefore, the flammable equipments will not be uh, hampered. That's why the objective of the bonding is to prevent potential difference between the metallic objective and the structures within electrical installation, mitigating the risk of electric shock or fire hazards. Very clearly absorbed. Unlike earthing, which focus on directing fault current into the ground, the bonding is concerned what? With connective conductive parts, ensure that they are at same electrical potential. That means it should be a balance things to be taken care of. That is the objective of the bonding materials. Because if the electrons are revolving around the nucleus outermost orbits, they're always hungry where the electric charge is more in the conductive is there, it will attract. That's why the objective of the bonding is to prevent potential difference between the metallic objective and the structures. Therefore, it will be taken care of the electrical insulation, mitigating the risk, electrical shock, and the fire hazards. The purpose is knows the bonding is essential for creating a uniform electrical potential among the various metallic components, preventing the potential difference that could lead to the electrical shock, a spark, or ignition. This is particularly crucial in environments where the metal structures, pipes, equipments are interconnected, such as buildings, industrial facilities, and homes. Here is important here is when the connection is there in this, where the imbalance is there, it should be neutralized. And for conductive materials is not taken care of, or the atmosphere is not allowing to taken care by this thing. How can you what is called say that? You can see how it is. Then definitely the bonding materials will be balancing the imbalance of the electrons. Therefore, it becomes